Hello Galactic family. How to deal with money? Question. Beloved Creator, Mother Mary and loving Brother Jesus. It is with much love that I come to you. Thanks for the answers obtained, and for the love dedicated to me. Beloved Masters, I am grateful for all that I have lived and learned in this world. Thank you for feeling loved, and for being here in this space and time, for being part of that special moment of our beloved planet Earth. May I be love and light wherever I go. Beloved ones, there are so many questions that come to my mind. Sometimes I write, but before I even send them, the answers come to my heart. Words are few to express such gratitude. Masters, today I come to ask for advice on how to handle money. I started an independent business last year for women. I wanted for almost 2 years to be part of this company, and today, a year after starting, I no longer feel safer. Through this business, if developed correctly, I can conquer material things that do not I would have to win at the job I have today. But I am afraid of being in the wrong way, and I find myself thinking if I develop this work I will not disconnect myself from the peace that I long to have in my heart. And if that will, to have a comfortable life, is wrong. Divinity cleanses me of every memory of scarcity. Answer. Daughter. There is no ready answer for your life. You need to be aware that you are the creator of your reality. And the decisions you make, take you right where you need to go, so you can anchor the teachings that will lead you to new experiences. See, if we give you an answer, as you wish, we would be taking you, the opportunity for you to learn, from your own decisions. This cycle of life is, daughter, to learn to listen to our own heart, from the deviation of the ways of the ego and the mind. If you are able to hear the answer to the questions you ask, learn to take your mind off your path, and lead yourself by the way the heart calls you. The great challenge of life, daughter, is to get out of fear and leave for confidence. And it is in this path that you find yourself, so you must feel what is good for you, take the judgment and assume the ability to create and lead your life, to the path of your own evolution. Be in peace. I'm Serapis Bay. If I are approved in the public competition, I will resolve many of my problems. Question. Good morning to the Masters and channel. Thank you for all the messages sent to me, they have helped me a lot. I earnestly desire, from the bottom of my heart, to know what I must do beyond what I am already doing, to improve as a person, and to achieve my material goals, such as going on a very competitive public contest, which is considered of the country's most difficult. I did not choose it because of pride, but because it would solve many of the problems I have been experiencing so far, and also because I have already lost a lot of time in my life, and I would like to compensate for this time. Am I mistaken in thinking that way? I'm trying very hard to get what I want. With much affection, gratitude. Answer. Daughter. When seeking to be approved in a public contest that you want, you accomplish your goals, which are only the escape of your learning in the life of matter, in relationships and in the way you work with your own emotions. Therefore, beloved daughter, she cannot achieve her goal, because your search does not meet your purpose of incarnation. Look for a beloved daughter, take back in remembrance those points that make you flee from the experiences, and decide for the contest. Realize that they are points, to be developed in you, and however painful and difficult, are the ones that will bring happiness to your life, from the moment you accept to look at it all, and let the truth surface, showing the possibilities of regeneration through forgiveness, of change for the better, of sincere self-observation. Look, daughter, happiness can only be achieved when you heal those points you came to work on. No new job or change of life will take the experience of you, it will only bring you in different forms, materialized in different presentations and facts, but that will bring you back to the feeling of dissatisfaction you feel now. So, my dear, if you really want to bring this new job into your life, passing a contest, work honestly to heal those points, because they are the ones that hold you and that do not allow you to move on to new challenges, challenges which will open up as new experiences, as a new evolutionary and learning stage, as long as the previous lesson is learned. Follow in the light of truth and you will find your own light. I am PTF. Why does my husband insist in a company that does not work? Question. Gratitude Masters. Gratitude Thiago and Michelle. Masters, I believe that when we are in accordance with our divine plan, things flow with more lightness and love. So I asked them already for help. The company that my husband joined as a partner is out of what we planned. Everything is going wrong. He has been struggling a lot, but the most absurd problems happen, like employees robbing or working badly, clients not paying, contracts being fined, among others. I really wanted him to leave the company, but he says he needs to organize it first. He lives worried and with insomnia. So, Masters, I ask for guidance and help. What do we need to learn from all this? How can we solve these problems? Do you have any negative influence entering this company? Thank you with much love and respect. Namaste. Answer. Daughter. Certain choices, however much they lead to suffering, are necessary for learning and evolution. Her husband, in deciding to follow this path, sought to receive as a return something that does not resonate with his search for soul. And this quest will only lead to misuse of life purpose. But still, if you do not go through this experience, you will not have learned the lesson you came to learn, and open the possibility of remaining free in new challenges. It is necessary that this phase happens, because this way he chose, precisely because he is not yet prepared to follow with new challenges, without that wisdom that will be acquired through this experience. Allow the flow to occur naturally. Just stand by the side with love, and watch the whole process occur calmly, but remembering that only the inner quest will make you overcome that learning. It is necessary for evolution. So it is. I'm Serapis Bay. Because I am so brava and lucky my boyfriend from my anguish? Question. Good morning, my dears. I am very grateful for the answer I received, my other question. Thank you. Today I come to ask you for a light on another factor that has greatly distressed me. I'm in a new relationship, with a wonderful person. I find our relationship in general great and I'm usually very happy with it. We are living together, and for that, I moved from city. We live in a city that I like very much, inclusively. However, I often feel distressed, sad, lonely. I am a person who always liked being alone, and I notice that I play all this over my boyfriend. I transfer all my anxieties to him. I think, rationalize, I know I'm wrong, but at the moment I cannot do otherwise. I have tried my best to create my own story in this new city, make friends, have a life of my own besides my boyfriend. But I have found it very difficult. Besides, I feel that I have the genius very strong. I am very angry. I do everything to be calm and rational, but when I get angry, I cannot calm down. I decided that I no longer want this disharmony and imbalances in my life. I want a life of peace. I'm trying my hardest for this, but sometimes I feel like nothing's getting better. Why am I so angry? And what do you do to improve it? Also, I have the idea of working as a personal stylist, Working with fashion again. I think there's a market for this where I live. Could this be an interesting path for me, professionally? Thank you, dear masters. Everlasting gratitude. Love. Answer. Daughter. The new work with fashion will open up from the moment you work on yourself the stitches that keeps you stuck to the repeated pattern of unwanted behavior. Therefore, daughter, it is necessary to work the unblocking of the soul records, which are leading to repeat these patterns, which even you do not recognize as being of your will. It is already prepared to illuminate the energetic threads that unite the behaviors to the corresponding AKASHICO's registries, precisely because to the point of being troubled and no longer to identify with this old personality. Seek therapies for access and enlightenment to the Akashic records, and naturally work on the self-observation of your own attitudes and feelings from the moment you come into your inner self. This will stop the repetition of patterns of behavior, of something that no longer resonates with you, with your current self. Often, daughter, we repeat behaviors of other personalities that we have been, in ancient experiences, for the opening of the portal that is necessary for the record to be illuminated. And the key point that shows the moment to act in this cure, is exactly when the annoyances arise with that personality that does not please it more. Therefore, daughter, realize that this is not you. But you need to work on a deeper level so you can go on in your life without the impulses of unconscious memories that drive you to repeat unwanted behaviors. I'm a Master Portia. Visions and Dreams. Question. Beloved Masters, grateful for the opportunity. Channels, grateful for help. Masters, I always felt isolated in the family. There was a lot of rejection except for the Father of creation and a lot of difficulty with the mothers, but I believe it is part of what will make me grow. I would like to know about it. I feel that my biological father, he is not my father. But my main question is with regard to what I see. I am in doubt whether I see it or if it is just my imagination, the names that come to mind as well as people I have never seen, and when I am somewhere special. This is real, because I only see it if it is closed-eyed. Also the dreams, some are more than dreams, because they are very precise and I remember everything. This both good places as well as bad places much. Sometimes I can interpret, sometimes I cannot. More are places I always go. Masters, please help me with these questions. Answer. Dear daughter, be in peace at this time. When you are born into a family, when you receive the Akashico inheritance from this family circle, there is no other reason than to receive just what is most troubling you, and to learn to live with love and to relate. This must be ugly not out of obligation or guilt, but simply out of its own evolution. It is that in the family environment we are led to see ourselves, precisely in those points that we do not accept, and which lead us to the lower feelings as the denial of who we are. And that is a challenge to our own being. Because it forces us to just transcend what has for so long camouflaged in our own interior. It is when we realize that precisely in the family of birth, we will have our greatest masters to guide us. Those who are just capable of repelling us so that we can gather the wisdom necessary to understand the lesson they bring us. Unconditional love is a hard exercise to life in matter, which manifests itself through the ego, the will and the lower self that judges the most unthinking attitudes of life. These dreams that you remember, daughter, are just signs that are brought to you to have that look. We bring symbols to you, both from your greatest darkness and from your beautiful light. That is why you allow yourself to remember, so that through them, we may have a way of reminding you of your true nature of love. Be in peace. I'm Rowena. Reactive explosions in coexistence with parents. Question. Beloved Masters and Channelers, gratitude for this service of love to all of us and also for the previous response. After many years traveling the world in search of a greater sense for this existence, I found a lot of light and I awoke. I'm very grateful. And now I have returned to my parents' house, and wounds from the past open again. I thought I had forgiven you, but no. How to heal them, Masters? I became an impatient bomb, which explodes very easily with my parents, and with my grandmother. I feel a bit of a hypocrite that I'm not living my speech. I feel like I love these people, but I cannot express that love. Quite the contrary, when I realize it, I am pointing out its faults. It is difficult to simply accept them as they are. My will is to help you, but I am very frustrated with my father, because he only listens to his own ego, it seems to me. But I do not want to judge him. I am impulsive and self-centered, and I long to transcend this. Sometimes I feel like leaving them and leaving never to return, so that they then take what I say seriously. But it shows me how I still care about what others think. I think I've done a lot of spiritual work, but I am kind of disoriented, worried, afraid. I would like to find my vocation, find out if I have any talent in particular, that I have developed in other existences and that could be useful to help the brothers who cross my path. But I do not feel the strength to pass on my knowledge with the feeling necessary to touch their hearts, because my self-confidence is doubtful. I know that I must have faith and be strong, listen to my heart, purify my bodies and everything, but it is not easy when we do not see the results. So once again I ask the guidance of you, dear older brothers, who know more about me than I do, and who have dealt with these same feelings of low vibration and transcended them. Could you please give me some key that will help me find my way? Gratitude, Masters. Answer. Son. All the feelings surfaced alongside your parents are those restrictions you have overcome in this life, and so you are in this family, which is specifically perfect, for your learning purpose. It is natural the feeling of repulsion and external search, precisely because the confrontation of the feelings more difficult to face are exactly those that are exposed in the coexistence with the parents. So do not blame yourself for not being prepared because you do not know how to deal with this feeling, because this is the greatest pursuit of your life, and you have a lifetime to learn and feel ready to face these blocks. Only if you decide to face in the present moment, know that you should be willing to face your higher inferior records, which bind you to the lower self, for the discomforts with the parents are the ones that highlight these connections so that they are worked, exposed and clean. But as long as you are willing to look within yourself, humbly and blamelessly, just watch and discover the trigger of unwanted behavior, the feeling that causes you to suffer. Parents will only serve as a character in a story that is theirs alone, and they are voluntarily assisting you in this walk, serving only vehicles that will provide your own inner discovery and emotional cleansing. Pay attention to the fact that they are only characters in a story, to show you, who is also manifested as a character, all the inferior aspects that came to bring in this body of flesh, to generate the opportunity to clean those records of pain and suffering. Cleansing, son, is necessary and planned by you, planned by your true self, which is in you, but which you have not yet found because it identifies with the character that is only the manifestation of the constraints and accentuated by the energetic mesh that amplifies the emotions. Observe yourself, respect your time. Feel whether you are really prepared to face this inner breakthrough, or whether you need more time of external living in contact with other characters, who are gradually clearing out the more subtle blocks and preventing you from being really prepared to face those deeper. Just feel if it's time, but know that the quest is only yours, and who chooses the characters in your story is yourself. Follow and peace, son. I am Saint Germain.